Hi, this is Raven the Sniper, or the D14 Sniper on Instagram. I have the SSG-11 from Novrich. This is my honest review. I am not sponsored or bought from Novrich or any other company. This is my honest review, no bullshit, no crap. We are going to show you the actual honest opinion on this thing. Because they say this is the end game of sniping, of airsoft sniping. And I'm someone who snipes all the time in my local field, and I want to put that to the test and see if this thing is actually what they say it is, or will it be the best of the best. So, I'm going to go over the issues I immediately saw and disliked. My first one is this cane stock. It is super wiggly. Like, I'm just bare, hold the gun tight to my body. Do you see how wiggly this thing is? Like, holy crap. And that's just on 4. That's not even fully extended. All the way extended. It just gets worse. It's like, holy crap. How can you make this thing? Like, that's just my finger pushing it. See how shaky that is? And you're probably like, oh, it's because it's full extended. Hold on, let me show you at the very top. Like, oh my goodness. How can you make a stock that's shaky? So that was my immediate first thing I noticed, pulling it out of the box. I was like, holy cow. How do you make a stock that shaky? And I thought it was just me. So I took my M14 EBR and checked if that cane stock was that shaky. No, it wasn't. And that was made out of a cheaper plastic. So how did you screw that up so bad? That was my first complaint. My second complaint is how short this bolt handle is. Like, that's barely going in my hand. So it makes it harder to actually rack it how you're supposed to. Like, they're making you forcing like this and doing this all day. It's gonna really kill your arm, especially if you're shooting right, because see, like that's fully extended. When you're shooting a real bolt action, you're going to be open-handed, slide it back like you're curling, and sliding forward. So much easier, but it's extremely hard from doing it like that. And I'm someone who snaps all the time, so that's going to kill my arm. I know that for sure. And my complaint number 3 is the fire indicator. You're probably thinking, oh, well, that's nice. I know when my gun's bolted. Well, if you know your gun, if you know your airsoft replica, you should be able to just know when your gun's bolted or not. If not, why did you get a fire indicator? So you can know, but half the time you're going to not have your magazine loaded. Walk out to the field, okay, at my spot. Load your mag, bolt your bolt back, you're good to shoot. The only few times I can actually see that being helpful is if you're in a big firefight and you don't know if you just shot your rounder off. That's one of the few times. But the biggest thing why I personally hate fire indicators is because they are so finicky. Especially when you take apart to do maintenance or repair on this gun. You can lose the EB little spring connected to that thing. Now your fire indicator does not work at all. And sometimes some companies with airsoft sniper rifles with fire indicators, if your fire indicator breaks, cool. You can't use your gun now. Which is stupid. Like, it's only nice for new players, not experienced players, or players who know their gun. And my 4th complaint is the dummy mag. Like, it's just a cheap piece of plastic. Like, that's all it is, and you're paying like 30-40 bucks for this thing, only to hold 1 mag. Like, what the hell? Why can I not hold 2? Only just 1? Okay. And so, all it is, it's just a cheap piece of plastic that sits in a mag release that don't do there for cosmetic, just so you can look like a real sniper rifle from Milsims. Like, it's the only reason why I see that for that. And even then, these edges are still pretty sharp, so you can scuff your hand pretty good. If you slid and just like that, you can scuff your hand pretty good with that thing, which is dumb. And only holding one mag, it's like, okay, like, I get it. You got 52 round, 53 rounds in this new version of their mags, double stack. Okay, So don't even buy this part. It's not even worth it. You're better just wearing pouches here or up here on your chest, right? Because most people are not going to be ghillie sniping. And even people who do like me, I have pouches right here designated for my sniper mags. It's just like, it's just there for looks. It's not there for actual practicality. My fifth complaint is the hop up. It is cool, it is nice, but there is no way how to lock this thing down at all. And I've already have shot this thing a couple times at my local yard. And I have literally grabbed it up here, or right here, and my thumb has accidentally slid it and screwed up my whole hop-up range. I'm like, crap, now I gotta reshoot and re-zero that back in. Just from one little push. There's no way to lock it, nothing. If the wheel was smaller, that's the only way I could see it being any better. But that's just kind of crap. Like, come on. That could be done so much better. My sixth complaint is here, where you can put a sling or your bipod. If an inexperienced does not put his bipod on there correctly, it's going to be hitting this. And even then, if I hit it perfectly, my mag was not even see it all the way down. That's lovely. Boom. My mag's about to just fall right out sometimes. Because I know it's going to be tight for now, because it's still a new gun. But, oh, yep, there we go. It just dropped right out. So literally, if I hit a branch just from staying on it, and I hit it just right, there's my mag. My mag's gone. Oh no, lost my mag. Gotta buy a new mag. Because most VSR 10s typically have it dip in to prevent that from happening. But they said, screw that, we want to be different. We want to have our button right out. So if you accidentally hit it on anything, and I just screwed my hop up again. Lovely. Your mag's just going to pop out. And my seventh issue is how tight it is to get your fingers in the screw just to pull it. Because if you're wearing gloves, your fingers are not going to fit in that. So I'm literally going to have to file these open a little bit more to be able to wear my gloves and pull this out. And I don't have very big hands or anything like that. But yet, you see how tight that is for my fingers just to get in there. That's already pretty snug. And that's just annoying. My eighth complaint is the body. This is such a cheap piece of plastic. Like, y'all could have done so much more better with this body. The top feels like any other generic VSR 10 or other sniper rifle that you can get right out of the box. The only cool thing about it is it's fluted. Like, y'all's biggest things was y'all's outer barrels were spin fluted, which was cool, it looks good. But no, y'all just went straight barrel this time. Like, come on, you lost the cool factor there. You missed on some easy money. Like, come on. And even right here, I haven't pulled this thing apart yet, but these plastic crap pads, you could have easily made that Picatinny rail mounts. Just a piece part, you just slipped in to replace that one. Boom, Picatinny mount. Because sometimes we play night games. I want to mount my flashlight. Because I sure as shit can't mount it right here. My scope's taking up that whole thing. I can't mount it up here. That'd be dumb looking. Or, hey, I want to run a camera. Can't do it down here. I can't do it on the side. I got no mounts. I got to literally put it back up here on my scope. Maybe I don't want it there because my scope gets shot a lot. Like, come on. You could have done so much more better, but y'all dropped the ball so hard on it. Like, the whole body is just plastic crap. Even then, your grip does not have any, no stippling, nothing. So your hand can literally slide right off. It doesn't even bulges out at the bottom here like most other do. Just like, come on. And then a common complaint I have seen with this gun so far is the shipping. Especially for the US, because the average has been using FedEx and they've been screwed up pretty bad on their shipping. Especially for me. They literally lost my label and it took them a whole nother day just to reprint it and get it to my house. Like, come on. A lot of the shipping has been damaging these orange right here and causing the gun not to shoot perfectly straight or straight how it should. Which is like, dudes, really? Come on. And so I bought a threading so I can put their made adapter on here so I can run a muzzle brake or a suppressor. Nope, I can't even do that. I literally have to take a heat gun or hot water and put this in here and hope to everything that this tiny little screw pops out, because it does not have an insert for even any kind of Phillips or flathead or hexagon bit to fit in there to slowly take that out so I can literally warm this up and pop it out. No, I gotta hope that thing comes out, which is entirely stupid. Why would you make a product that you could sell and make the thing to attach to that part so freaking hard to remove? Like, y'all could have done so much better on this. It's a nice gun, it's cool, but the top feels like every other generic sniper rifle. Their scopes are nice, but the most common issue I've run with them is just over the course of the year, they fell. They stopped holding their up or down, left and right, losing their zoom, or won't even adjust anymore. And I've cleaned and actually detail all my stuff after I'm done playing for the day, for the week, and I do it throughout the week. Grease my guns up, lube them and everything. But no, their scopes always fell after a year from my experience. I'm not throwing it in my trunk and being like, oh, there you go, bye. And I just screwed my hop up again. Holy crap. That's how easy it is just to bump that thing. So if you're literally running through a tree and you just click from a low branch, boom, your hop up screwed. So frustrating. But the body's all plastic. Like, I'm literally hitting this thing. All I'm hearing is just plastic. The top is just like every other generic airsoft sniper rifle bolt top. It's that same cheap plastic. I guarantee you, if you rub on anything metal, it's gonna scratch it bad. Not like gouge it, but that paint, gone. It's gonna be shiny there. There's nothing you can do about it. But I will have a video up after this one in a couple weeks or so of it compared shooting range compared to my VSR 10 that I've custom built, my SRS that I custom built, because this thing's supposed to be the end game. We'll see how true that is compared to those shooting wise, accessibility wise, and price range. But my final review on it, it's nice, but 3D print your own bodies, this sucks. Someone's gotta make an upgrade for this body style, because this sucks. It can be better. Do better than average. And don't say you're the best of the best when you produce crap bodies like this. Do better.